It began on a perfectly ordinary morning. Sam, a high school science teacher and amateur gardener, stepped onto his small apartment balcony to water his thriving jungle of houseplants. The city beyond was just waking up, the sounds of traffic and birds drifting up from the street below. Sam hummed softly, greeting his favorites, Martha the monstera, Percy the peace lily, and a cheerful pot of marigolds. Out of habit, never expecting a reply. But this morning was different. As Sam watered Martha, he heard a faint, unmistakable voice. "A bit less on the roots, please. I hate soggy feet." Sam jerked back, nearly dropping the watering can. He glanced around, certain his neighbor was playing a prank, but the balcony was empty. "Down here, Sam," the voice repeated, gentle, leafy, oddly dignified. Sam stared at the monstera, whose broad green leaves swayed just slightly, though there was no wind. Heart pounding, Sam leaned closer. "Martha?" he whispered. "Yes, it's me. Thank you for dusting my leaves last week. It tickles, but it helps me breathe." Before Sam could process this, a new, impatient voice chimed in from the marigolds. "Oi, don't forget us. Son, Sam, move us into the light. We live for it, you know." Percy, the peace lily, gave a melodious sigh. "Don't listen to them, Sam. You always do your best." Sam dropped into a patio chair, stunned. All at once, his balcony erupted in a chorus of leafy voices, complaints, jokes, and gratitude. The herbs demanded music. The cactus scolded Sam for overwatering. Even the shy ferns whispered their appreciation for the shade. As the days passed, Sam realized it wasn't just his plants. One afternoon in the city park, he heard a chorus of voices from the trees, deep, slow, and wise. "Easy with the carving, lad," muttered an old oak as a child tried to etch initials into its bark. The grass offered running advice to joggers. "Light on your feet, please." And every flower bed seemed to gossip about the park's dogs. Word spread quickly. Soon, every gardener, farmer, and florist in the world found themselves drawn into conversation, sometimes friendly, sometimes exasperated, with the green world all around them. Farmers traded weather tips with their crops. Vineyards debated the best music for ripening grapes. City parks buzzed with lively exchanges, from weeping willows sharing ancient stories to dandelions singing silly songs. There were unexpected consequences too. Protests erupted after the oldest trees revealed stories of centuries past, of land lost, forests burned, and rivers poisoned. Children became unlikely ambassadors, forging friendships with hedges and sunflowers alike, translating their leafy voices for adults. Suddenly, plants were not just decoration. They were citizens, neighbors, and keepers of collective memory. Sam, for his part, found his life transformed. He spent evenings discussing philosophy with his philodendron and asking the mint for cocktail advice. He worked with the city to protect a patch of ancient elms after they shared their memories of early settlers. Sometimes Sam just listened, really listened for the first time, realizing how much life and history was rooted all around him. But the world's noisy chatter had its limits. Some plants grew tired of constant human questions. "Let us photosynthesize in peace," they begged on sunny afternoons. Others, more curious, pestered people for stories and songs, eager for news from the wider world. A new balance emerged, one of give and take, listening and speaking, tending and being tended. Slowly, humanity changed. Cities grew greener as people learned to negotiate with their leafy neighbors. Deforestation slowed, and neighborhoods gathered to hear the stories of ancient oaks and wild meadows. gardens became not just refuges, but forums, places of debate, celebration, and even forgiveness. For Sam, every morning became a meeting with old friends. His balcony was still crowded, but now full of laughter and conversation. And as the world learned to talk to the plants, and more importantly, to listen, life flourished in ways no one could have imagined before. And so on balconies and rooftops, in parks and wild forests, the conversation continued. Quiet, green, and endlessly wise.